I don't know. I kind of wanted to pick your brain a little bit. What you thought about this as well is the Richard Pump tire cones. I don't know how willing you are to delve down the rabbit hole. You just let me know. But just to
Oh yeah, sure. Let's go.
yeah, man, they're starting to do very well, and these things are super super cheap. So for those of you who don't know, the same wallet that deployed most wanted, right? Like Richard Art's official meme coin, also launched like what was it, like a dozen or two other meme tickers. Like he launched Ethereum at like two XRPs, like Tron. He also launched like PDI USDC. Anyways, his cheapest one, man, like that same wallet, which is it's Richard, like launched this Ethereum clone. Let me see if I can bring it over. 1 second, and it's 158K, man. And
What?
there's yeah, dude. Like it could be argued that there's a Richard Hart ticker that's 150K market cap. That's like the cheapest one of those meme coins that was launched by the same wallet that deployed most wanted. Like I think people are sleeping on this niche, man. Like these tickers are so small. Richard could send these things to the moon if he wanted to.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, right? He could just let them die. He could have just made these so that people, to kill the PDI narrative, so people won't say, rush into some USDC, whatever, right? But here, let me see if I can change my screen share just to show you guys what I'm talking about. I think that might be helpful here. Let me see here. Yeah, this one. All right. So let me bring this up here. So it's a little small to see, but I'll just talk about it here, guys. So this is, I think, it's not all, but it is the majority of the pump tires meme coins that were launched by the same wallet that launched, most wanted, which it's Richard Hart. That's Richard Hart's meme coin, right? So I have it here filtered by market cap here, and so there's some super super cheap ones like the Pulse X meme coin, 148K. Again, this is very likely a Richard Hart meme coin. Tron, over 100,000 market cap, two XRPs, hilarious. 83. I think he messed up like the description on one of them. I don't know what happened here, man. But I think the cheapest one is this one. Like we have a Richard Hart meme coin that's like 160K market cap, man. Oh, dude, I'm in between jobs right now. I should be starting one soon, but I now that Richard signaled that he wants
You getting FOMO?
I'm FOMO, man. I'm feeling that, hey, we can actually like make it now. Like I want more genuinely bullish on this stuff, and dude, this stuff's super cheap. Like I know the EEVE deployer holds a little bit of Doge as well. Man, I'm bullish on that. If Bitcoin, Ethereum do well, Pepe on ETH, Doge on ETH would probably do well. Right. So this is kind of cool to see, man. I think this is kind of a very undervalued niche that people are really sleeping on. Like we have several arguably RH like tickers, meme coins that are like low 100K market cap. It's kind of crazy to see. Have you given much thought to this niche at all, or?
I no, not really. I haven't really looked. I mean, obviously, when pump tires first came around, I was messing around with it and having a look at it and see what everyone was doing. I do think it is. I think it's fantastic for the chain, right? Say what you want about memes and all the rest of it, but we need the fun stuff. And memes are fun stuff, right? We need all that. I have heard people talk about all these tokens that Richard Hart sort of deployed. Yeah, if the Richard or whoever set up pump tires.
Look, so
but I haven't actually looked at them. But what I think is like what I don't know. My personal feeling on this is this: if it is RH or if it is whoever set up pump tires. I think they were just like, okay, let's just create a bunch of stuff and just see what happens. I don't think there's really any planning behind it. I mean, why just take on basically of the biggest tokens that are out there and just create another copy as well as another copy because we already have the copy,
Yeah. The one thing I would say about that is I think it is helpful to keep in mind the context of when this launched. So the PDI stuff was in the debate around that was a lot.
Yeah, that's right, Jack.
Back in the day. So, this is when Richard, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, was saying, PDIs, stay away from it. And we were all as a chain having to deal with that. So I think it did make a lot of sense that, Richard would launch his own meme coins that he could say, hey, not some P copy. That's not mine. I launched mine here on Pump Tires. It's the PDI. It's the USD comment on the stream saying RH would never deploy 20 shitters when all his main tokens are down. Look, man, the same wallet that deployed Most Wanted, which it's Richard's meme coin.
Yeah.
Deploy these as well. It's unarguable. So I mean, you could say, hey, it's not Richard, someone else, some team, whatever it is. Richard might have just made these to grab attention. Grab attention from some of the people on other chains. Try and jump on the Solana narrative, or Pump Tires, that kind of thing. He might have just made these as a experiment, and he's willing to let them die. So these are like ultra, far end of the risk curve. Like Richard might very well let these die, but if he doesn't, these like
have you seen
low-caps?
Have you seen the comments here? Right, so we've got Exado in the comments here, and he said RH would never deploy 20 shitters when all his main tokens are down. He said even the logo is a super low effort poop. No way, it's RH. And he said it's because RH did not deploy any of them. It was Victor from GoPulse.
Unless Victor from GoPulse is behind Most Wanted, it's not debate. You could look into this. Like, it's just a statement of fact that the same wallet that made Most Wanted made these as well. So you make of that what you will. These are ultra high risk. Richard might just let these die. It was just a one-off experiment. He just, wanted to do something so that he could say, oh, I'm not behind PETA. I have my own PETA here, right? Whatever, right? Mm-hmm. These I have played around with these, and they're so low markup. And I'm not saying it's not financial advice, obviously, but like you don't throw like everything you have at some like ultra speculative thing, right? There's cores for a reason. Cores, bulk of people's portfolio, right? But if you have whatever, I'm not even attempting to give financial advice here. I do not give financial advice, but I am just pointing out that there are there's a strong case here to be made that like, hey, these are like a Richard Hart meme coins and they're worth nothing, man. And if we see, the cores, Pulse 6, 10x, whatever from here, and people actually have money on chain, it doesn't really take anything to move these things. So
yeah,
I know.
Oh no, I'll definitely agree with you on that one. Right, when people have a bit of disposable income, bit of cash on hip, we see it. We see it. That's when I remember even last cycle, people were launching tax tokens with like 40% fucking buy tax just to try and get in, and those things were going 20, 30 million market cap. Right, they were actually going absolutely crazy. When people have basically more money than sense, then anything can go up. But I do think, in that case, you're right. If we look at it for sort of that long-term vision, then anything that it would be associated with Richard will probably start pumping.
Yeah, guys, like here's the thing. Things were very, like, if you look at some of the bridge activity, it was it left a lot wanting. We are broke on Paul's chain. We have all been buying permaline down for years. We're all broke, but that might change. Might even likely change for the better. Hopefully, rather soon. We'll see, right?
Definitely sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we've all just existed in an environment of down only. We haven't seen what up can look like, right? So, Richard, like, guys, we have that massive. Richard has that massive war chest of. If ETH goes to 6-7K, that's like over $1 billion.
Yeah.
If he deploys half of that, man, oh my God, people are actually gonna have money on chain, and I don't think I'm gonna be the only one to remember that. Hey, these things exist. I don't know. It's highly speculative. I just wanted to kind of bring it up because it'll just be interesting to see how it plays out. One could probably say that, hey, it's most likely that these will die off, but in the case, say, a couple months down the road, the chain's not broke. Hey, who knows? We'll see. We'll see, right?
Yeah, I think if it ever comes out that this has anything to do with Richard at all, then for sure those things are all pumping. Right? Absolutely, like it's 100%. Have you seen Crypto Coffee has launched his own meme coin, Top Hat?
Well, it was Top Hat. Yeah,
Top Hat.
It's like a play on the Most Wanted. Again, guys, like, so if I'm remembering correctly, how Most Wanted played out, it was that the wallet that made it had either created the token or bought it before Richard had ever first tweeted about pump tires. So it basically kind of had to be an insider. If I'm remembering correctly, this was a little while ago, so I might be forgetting some of the details here, but there's a lot to suggest. It's very likely Richard's meme coin, right? And it's kind of cool to see, Crypto Coffee making his own. I think he did make a liquidity pool with Most Wanted as well. I bet Crypto Coffee is pretty big, probably a whale in Most as well. Very cool to see. Also, another thing, I don't know if you heard about this, but I think the speculation is that 80%, roughly 80% of the supply is owned by Richard. I've even heard some people speculate that it's closer to 90. I think if you ask,
I heard that,
whatever, right? So it's not really like a $60 million market cap. It's more like I don't know, 10, 15, 20.
Exactly. Supply's gone. Well, supply is basically locked up,
Yeah, so we have like an arguably $10 to $20 million like RH figure. That's nuts.
Those are good numbers. Those are numbers I like.
Yeah.
And obviously Most, right? I mean, Most is everybody's talking about Most. Still, everyone's talking about Most. Nobody really talks about Pump. I think there was another one that was by Gamma, one of the devs. And it was, what was it called? Best?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Do you remember that one?
Best? There's too many meme coins now. I gotta say, I don't remember that one now.
No, but I think it was launched because it was actually launched by one of the post-chain devs. I think it was Gamma.
Oh, really?
And it was the day. I think it was literally the day after Most.
Yeah.
Those three green candles at the start of Most, I think Best come out around that time.
See, I'm blocked, so I can't follow the post-chain devs. So maybe I missed out on that one.